Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I do want to share with you 10 things that I'm not gonna buy in 2022, but also my wish list of the things that I'm kind of planning to buy. In general, I do live a minimalist lifestyle, try to be sustainable and try to just consume very intentionally. So this is where this is coming from. I'm also doing another low buy this year, but without like very strict rules. So let's jump right into it with the first thing I'm not gonna buy. And this is house plants. You see one right there. There's actually another really big one here. And we have about, I don't know, maybe 30 house plants. And we bought all of them actually secondhand. That's also pretty important to me because that's the more sustainable way to go. And we've just bought them over the year, but now I think we're at a point where we have all the houseplants we want. We do try to keep the ones alive we have. We can propagate them if we want to have more, but there's really no need to buy any more houseplants. So no more houseplants this year. The next thing that I'm not gonna buy any more of is shoes. Now, I don't know if you know, I have 4 pairs of shoes and I'll talk more about that, why I have these pairs of shoes in the video that I'm gonna link you up here. But I have enough. Like, I have these 4 pairs of shoes and actually I've had 3 pairs for the longest time and now I have 4 and one of them doesn't even get a lot of wear. So I think I have enough. Of course, there are like 2 or 3 kinds of shoes that I kind of would like to own. I'd like to have like a sneaker. I'd like to have a nice winter boot, but on the other hand, I have shoes for all of these occasions, so I don't really need any. And so I think I'm just not gonna buy any shoes in 2022. The only exception would be if a sustainable shoe brand reaches out to me and wants to partner with me on a video, then I would consider getting new pairs of shoes in my life, but also then I most likely wouldn't buy them. And then the third thing I'm not gonna buy this year is like paper products. In general, I would like to go paperless. It doesn't really work completely, especially having a son in school. And we do need to like print some stuff every now and then. We do still get paper in the mail. He does need a lot of paper for school. I get a lot of paper in school, but I want to have the least amount of paper possible. And so I will just not buy any like journals, notebooks, paper in general, or any like stationary like paper products, except of course if like the school needs us to buy something, then I need to buy that for my son. But for me, for our household, I'm not gonna buy any of that in 2022. And now we're having a really bad like lighting situation. It changes all the time, so I have to make this a little bit darker so you can see me properly. So I hope this is gonna be good for the next few minutes. So the fourth thing I'm not buying is a little bit controversial, but I'm gonna get into that in a minute, and that is fast fashion. I haven't bought fast fashion for the past 5 years, and I'm not gonna buy any fast fashion items in 2022. I just do not want to support the unethical way people are treated. Workers are not earning a living wage, and also the environment is polluted by the production of fast fashion. Why I think this is controversial is that I say that for myself. I am not going to buy fast fashion. I do not want to say that that means that you shouldn't buy fast fashion. I think everybody that can afford sustainable fashion, that has a body where he or she finds a lot of things thrifted, if you just have the resources to avoid fast fashion, yes, do that. That's amazing. But there are also many reasons that make it hard to really not buy any fast fashion anymore. And therefore, I don't think that I can say, or I should say, that I do not want you to buy fast fashion anymore. And I do have to say, the things that I buy myself are mostly thrifted, sometimes from sustainable labels, but I do get quite a few clothing pieces, or I did get quite a few clothing pieces last year from sustainable brands collaborating with me, and I'm very grateful for that, and I hope that some of you can discover some new amazing brands. Like this one is from Colorful Standard, and I'm gonna link you the code for 10% off in the description down below. Actually, the sweatpants I'm wearing too, and I also have a lot of like organic basics pieces that I really love and wear a lot. So I definitely appreciate that I get to work with these brands, and I can not buy fast fashion, but it could be different for you. Another thing that I'm not gonna buy when we're already in that sustainability category is zero waste products. And now that might sound counterintuitive, but what I want to say here is that I've been trying to live a sustainable lifestyle for many years, 5 at least. And some products I bought, for many products you can just use what you have, or like swap out like single-use things, and I've pretty much done that. Like I think I've swapped all the things that could be swapped in the past 5 years that made sense. And so for 2022, I do want to try. I do not want to buy any more like zero waste gadgets and products, because I do think that I already have everything I need. Another thing I'm not gonna buy this year is makeup. And I'm not gonna buy makeup because I never buy makeup, because I do not wear makeup. And this category stands for makeup and also all of the other things that are similar to that. I won't buy a car because I do not drive a car and I don't see the need to have a car. I am not gonna buy certain like single-use items because I never buy them. I'm most likely not gonna buy airplane tickets because here in Europe you can travel with a train quite easily, and I do not want to fly if it's not necessary. And so I'm, of course, just as a sustainable living minimalist, there are so many things that I'm not gonna buy just because I usually don't buy them. And in these videos, it just doesn't make sense to talk about all of them individually. Another thing that I'm not gonna buy is electronical devices if it's just for the sake of upgrading. The electronical devices I have and use on a regular basis are my camera, my phone, my laptop, and I don't know if you would count like external hard drives and things. It's just like tech stuff, yes, but it's more so an accessory. But in the past, I have bought a lot of new cameras just because I saw that there is a new camera out there and that it is better than the one that I currently have, and that I just desire to have a new camera. And I do not want that to be the reason why I buy something new. Now, of course, there maybe are better cameras out there than the one that I currently have. There are maybe better laptops out there or better smartphones especially than the camera that my smartphone has. But in 2022, I do not want to buy tech gear for that reason. It could happen that I'm going to upgrade my microphone because I do have sound issues and I'm really not content with how it is currently. Let me know in the comments actually how you think the audio is in my videos. I think it's okay now. I kind of found a solution, but I'm not happy with it, so maybe I'm going to upgrade my microphone. But I am currently happy with my camera. I'm currently happy with my laptop, and my phone is also working, so I will only buy something new of these things if something actually breaks, if there's actually a reason to upgrade. We shouldn't upgrade just because advertisement tells us or because like some outer source tells us that what we have is not the best anymore. I hope you get what I mean. And now I have 2 things for my wardrobe. So the 8th thing I'm not gonna buy is socks. I just really think I have enough socks. I wear woolen socks a lot of times, I think 3 out of 4 seasons of the year, and I don't need many pairs of those because I do not think that I need to like wash them every single day. And then I also have some cotton socks from Organic Basics as well, for example. I think I just have enough. And the 9th thing I don't want to buy, and that's also a thing for my wardrobe, is t-shirts. I think I have enough t-shirts. Now, again, it could happen that I collaborate with a sustainable brand and do invite a new t-shirt into my wardrobe, but I don't think I'm gonna buy new t-shirts, like that I'm gonna seek out new t-shirts because I have like a need in my wardrobe. Yes, I'm maybe gonna declutter some and I might like knit a new t-shirt for myself, but I don't think I need to buy a new t-shirt, like for 50 euros, a sustainable t-shirt. And then the last thing I'm not gonna buy is anything from Amazon, or at least that's what I'm trying to do. So I have bought things from Amazon before, of course, as I think many of us have, but again, that is just a corporation where I'm not happy with how they treat their workers, with the sustainability. It's just not something I want to support. Now, again, this is again a category where I want to say I live in a big city. I pretty much have access to everything I need. And so I don't see myself needing to buy anything from Amazon. But I completely understand if your situation is different, depending on where you live, what you need, what your budget is, what stores are in, depending on the country maybe even. there might be things that you just get from Amazon because it's a lot easier than any other solution. And it's something, it works for me, and therefore I like to not buy from Amazon. But if your situation is different, I do not want to shame you for doing that. And now let's move on to my wish list, the things that I want to buy this year, because I think even if I'm a minimalist, even if I try to live a sustainable life, there are of course still things that I sometimes want to change, that I think I need, that I don't have, that break, that I want to upgrade. So let me share those with you as well. So one thing, and I also talked about that in my winter essentials for a minimalist wardrobe video that I'm gonna link you up here, is a down puffer jacket. I just want a like small, compressible, but really, really warm puffer jacket. And I'm debating if I want to like buy just some kind of down jacket secondhand, if I want to have like a recycled down puffer from like Patagonia maybe, or if I want to invest in a piece that is like not made from down, but like EcoAl, for example, has these really great jackets that are made with a new like vegan technology that is still really, really, really warm, because usually like the cheaper versions of non-down puffer jackets are just bulky and not that warm. So these are kind of the options I'm looking into. I'm not in a rush, but that's something I'd really like to buy. A nice, warm, but compressible down puffer jacket. Another thing that has actually been on my list for a year now, I think, is an ebook reader. And it's been on my list for a year because I'm not like 100% sure. I think I would like to have an ebook reader to just make it easier to read ebooks, because my library, for example, offers a lot of ebooks. Not all the ebooks I'd like to read, but still there are a lot of ebooks that I enjoy reading, and I've tried like reading on my phone and it does work, but it's a bit annoying, and I've hesitated getting an ebook reader, and I would get that secondhand as well, but because I thought like I just would have like another electronical device, something else I need to charge. Yes, I know the battery lasts very long, and I really do not want to have the Kindle versions for that reason, that I do not want to buy from Amazon. So I'd rather have another one, but that is still like really good, to buy books from other sources, to not support Amazon. Another thing I'd really like to have is more for our household / me, and that's like a wool blanket. Now we have some of these, like my son has a really nice wool blanket. He got it for Christmas, I think 2 years ago. But as a household, we just have a few other blankets, but they are all made from like polyester. They shed microplastic like crazy. Like that kind of fabric, I think, is the worst when it comes to microplastics. And so the thought of like being cuddled up into a plastic blanket is just not the best. And so I would like to invest in like a wool blanket. It's warmer, it's more sustainable, it feels better, I think. But I would also like to get that secondhand, just because it's more ethical and less expensive. And so I'm looking for that, but I haven't found a perfect one, and for that reason I do not have a wool blanket right now. And then I am not happy with the pants I have right now. I have a pair of jeans, it's blue, and I was just worried about the color first, but now I'm also worried about the cut. I do not like the cut. I do not like how it fits me. I do not like the color, and therefore I do want to have a new pair of jeans. And there is one sustainable pair of jeans from Armed Angels. It's a German sustainable brand that I wanted to have for over a year now. It's pretty expensive, of course, so I'm also looking into buying it secondhand, but I just haven't gotten like through with it. So I do not own that pair of jeans, but I'd like to get it, and I just fear that if I get it secondhand off like an online marketplace, it would still cost like 80 euros. But if I get it and it doesn't fit me because I cannot try it on, and then the other pair of pants I'm really not happy with is my linen pants. And maybe you know, last year I had the perfect pants, they ripped. I had to buy a new one, and I opted for the secondhand, less expensive route, and that was just a mistake. That pair of pants I got again on like online, so I couldn't try it on. It was just not good quality, doesn't fit me the way I wanted it to fit me. And so I also am thinking about getting like the sustainable new pants that I had my eyes on for many months now, But again, that's like expensive, and it's just not the season to wear linen pants right now for me, so I'm holding off on that. But I can see myself buying this pair of linen pants in the spring, for example, so that's another thing on my wish list. And then I have another thing, and that's actually a thing I have decluttered before. So I don't know if you have been watching my videos for that long, but I'm gonna link you the video up here where I talk about why I decluttered my desk. So I used to have a desk because I was in school, I studied, so it just made sense to have a desk. But I realized that sitting on my desk, usually I have cold feet, I'm not more productive than if I'm on the couch. And so I just decided to get rid of the desk, be more minimalist, save some space in the living room, and I just really didn't like that desk. But during the past months, I have to admit that I have started a pile of my stuff on the couch. So now the half of our family couch is taken up by me and my knitting stuff and my camera and my laptop, and that's just not a situation that's ideal. So I have thought about like maybe getting a new desk, one that I actually like, but still secondhand, I think, and just having that space again, because I started knitting. I just now have more things that I am like working on that need to go somewhere. My laptop, usually I first planned on always putting it away into my drawer, but that kind of doesn't happen. So it's sitting around in the living room also. So I've just been thinking about having a desk again to put these things on, to have a designated like workspace. I will still have cold feet and maybe work from the couch half of the time, but that's just another thing that's on my wish list right now, but I'm not 100% sure with it. Sure about that if I want to buy it, and so it's on the list for now and I haven't bought it. So as you can see, that's generally what I do. If I want to have something, I put it on that list and I wait for a bit, because too many things. There are 5 more things on that list that I didn't tell you just because I wrote them on the list at some point, and now when I wanted to like tell you about my list, these are not really things anymore that I want to buy, and so I did not share them. And that's what that list is for, to actually check and test if it's really something I want to have. If I keep thinking about it, if I keep thinking that it would add value to my life, and so therefore I think it makes sense to just wait a bit before I buy things, to make sure that the things are actually things I want to have. And like that, I can be a lot more intentional when it comes to making purchases. And as you also heard, I would buy most of the things secondhand just because it's more sustainable, it's less expensive, and it makes more sense for me living in a big city where usually things are available. And yeah, that's how I do it. That's how I plan on staying like mindful when it comes to consumption in 2022. And now I do want to link you a video right here that talks about how to shop more intentionally and stop impulse buying. And I think you would really enjoy it, and I hope to see you right over there. Bye!